What is going on out there, all of you beautiful people? My name is Gribsy, and welcome to some more Black Ops 3 Zombies. So today, what I wanted to do, since it's, the Halloween times, is I wanted to go ahead and find a bare bones map that we could go ahead and give a try. So this one is called Nacht der Nola, and this doesn't have any perks, no perks. It's like it's as bare bones as it gets. It's just like Nacht der Untoten. So we're gonna give this one a try. World War II weapons, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just thought, because it's Halloween, I'm actually recording this on Halloween. So I thought, maybe we could give ourselves kind of a scarier than just Halloween-esque map here, because everybody knows, those bare bones maps, they can get pretty difficult. They're real slow at first, but they get pretty crazy pretty fast. They're actually already starting to, on round one, starting to kind of get in here a little bit. But I'm excited for this. I love Halloween. I don't usually dress up or anything like that. I usually just kind of do this. But there is nothing on this map that's going to be like super complicated. It's literally just a survival map. So I don't know about you guys, but I like the overcomplicated. Well, I guess it's not overcomplicated, but I do like the complicated-esque, like, Easter egg stuff that we've got in the new maps. I do appreciate that they kind of tell you what to do, because that's always a little difficult to sort of get going if you're new to it. Is like figuring out what it is exactly that you need to do in the Easter eggs. But speaking of, I do miss sort of the old, like, Ruffle Waffles, Easter egg guides and stuff like that. Like Codename Pizza would do Easter egg guides for Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 and stuff like that. So I do miss that kind of stuff, but I do think that it's a lot easier for newer players to sort of get into the Easter egg scene with some of the like guides and stuff. I think on Black Ops 6 though, I don't know about any of the other ones, but I'm pretty sure on Black Ops 6 you can like turn off the hints. Oh, listen to that. That is the World at War 1911 sound. That is awesome. I like that. I like that. What is this? The Car 98? I wonder if these are... I didn't really look too hard in the description, so I don't know if these are World at War models or if they are... Let's see. Okay, I think this is Call of Duty World War II models, but these are definitely the World at War sounds, so that's pretty cool. I love World at War. World at War's not my favorite zombies. My favorite zombies is Black Ops 1. But I have like a respect for World at War, because it was the first iteration, and they really did try to do a lot of stuff with World at War with what they had at the time. So I do appreciate that, but I think Black Ops 1 is definitely my favorite zombies. Not just purely for like nostalgia factor, but it's just like it's got the maps that I like playing the most. And I actually have Black Ops on PC, so I can totally do some stuff with Black Ops if you guys wanted to see that. Let me know. I really do like the challenges and stuff. I can give that a try. But like I was saying, I do really like the old school, not giving you hints for Easter egg kind of thing that like Black Ops had, Black Ops 2 had, and then Black Ops 3, of course, the game that really sort of, I would say, made a lot more people get into zombies than arguably any of the other games did, to be completely honest with you. I feel like zombies is kind of dead. Not dead, but I feel like it's not... it's probably more niche now than it used to be, just because you've got people like me that are like old heads that don't really want to play the new stuff, and then you've got like the younger generation that is like, oh man, this is freaking crazy, man, like let's get in here and let's play these new games, look at the zombies and stuff. But it's just not the same. It's not the same. So I think they lost a lot of the older audience when they started doing I would say, honestly, everything after Black Ops 3. For me, it was everything after Black Ops 2. And I don't know if it's, like, quality or what, but I definitely think with the reboot for Cold War, I think the Cold War reboot saved zombies, for sure. Cold War was probably the zombies that I had enjoyed playing the most after Black Ops 1, because like I said, I wasn't like a super huge fan with Black Ops 2, but I think there's a lot of problems with Black Ops 2 that can really be explained with the launch maps. I think launching with transit was probably not a good idea, I would say. There were definitely limitations that came with the Xbox 360. I will admit that. What I don't think they should have done is just covered it all in fog and released basically what I would consider to be a broken map. They do that a lot these days still. Like, they'll release games that are unfinished, and I think that's not a good idea. I think it completely ruins the, the goal, which is to have a bunch of people want to play your game and like it and pre-order it and buy it when it launches if they didn't pre-order it, and they don't want to have to like have a live service update for every single game that they play. I certainly don't like that. I think there were a lot of problems with Black Ops 2 for sure. My reservations about Black Ops 2 or Blops 2, if you will, is that it wasn't as good. I think it was a lot more fleshed out. I think that honestly my biggest issue with it is just that I didn't like transit, and when your launch map sucks, it makes me not have any hope for the rest of your maps. Now, Mob of the Dead, arguably the best zombies map to ever exist, right? Buried, again, arguably at least in the top 5, if not like most people's top 3. It's not in mine, but I'm not most people, right? I prefer Black Ops 1 in its entirety. The maps, the aesthetic, the atmosphere, all that stuff. I prefer Black Ops 1. So obviously, my opinion is not going to be that of the majority. But I would say, objectively speaking, Black Ops 2 has some of the best maps in the series until you get to Black Ops 3, which then has some of the most fleshed out, interesting maps in the entire series, for sure. My biggest issue with Black Ops 3 is that they seem like they kind of just ran out of ideas at the end. They just sort of, it was kind of like circling back to the launch map thing. Black Ops 2, horrible launch map. Black Ops 1, absolutely amazing launch map, because we were still all sort of reveling in, I'm going to buy this BAR, actually. We were all, oh yeah, love me a BAR. We were all sort of still reveling in the World at War mood, like aesthetic, like, that somber feeling of just being alone and trapped in an area surrounded by zombies. We didn't know anything about the zombies. We didn't know why the zombies were there, but we did know that we were getting some maps that were pretty, like, they were in real world towns and areas for the most part. I'm not going to say that it's historically accurate, but we definitely were still more appreciative of it, and it fleshed it out, and I think it fleshed out the storyline in the best way. But Kino Jototen was arguably one of the best launch maps that you could probably do. Like, they got really lucky. If you guys don't know, Kino Jototen was originally supposed to be a World at War map. I think it was supposed to be the final map instead of Derice, I think. But they just didn't do it. Instead, we got Derice with the Pack-a-Punch and all that kind of stuff. So, good for them. They definitely made a good choice by making Kino Jototen the launch map for Black Ops 1. I think it definitely was a good idea. And then, of course, we got 5, which you could get after finishing the campaign, or by unlocking it in the terminal. I think Black Ops 1 actually innovated quite a bit with all of the stuff that you could do with the terminal and all that, you know, the extra stuff that they gave you just that you had to figure out. But Black Ops 2 arguably had one of the worst launch maps ever, right? Transit sucked. It was unfinished. It was a very ambitious idea, I would say. Very ambitious. Now, that's not a bad thing, but it certainly was not done well. And I think a lot of that has to do with the limitations of the Xbox 360, right? Obviously. That's why the entire map is covered in fog, right? That's why it's covered in fog. That's why it looks terrible. That's why the denizens suck, right? That's why all of it is just not very good. Which is unfortunate because listening to the ideas of what transit was supposed to be is like you listen to it and you're like, damn, that would have been really freaking cool. That would have been really cool. Why didn't they wait? I think if they had waited, I think if they had chosen a different map to make as the launch map, I think it would have been perceived as a much better game. So with the launch map sucking, I just did not want to play the rest of the game. I just didn't want to play it. I played Black Ops 2 multiplayer more than I played zombies, and I was a zombies player, which I think is something that, you know, it's a point that needs to be made. Is it like I was a hardcore, diehard zombies fan, and I would much rather have been playing the multiplayer than the zombies. When you have a game that has a game mode that I prefer, and I prefer not to play it in that game, then you lose. You know, that kind of just like, that's unfortunate. Like, you kind of messed up there. And I'm sure there are plenty of other people that felt the same way at the time. Now I go back and play Black Ops 2, and I'm like, damn, you know, I spoke too harshly of Transit and maybe some of the other maps. I still don't like Die Rise. So I'm never going to say that Die Rise is a good map, but I perhaps spoke too harshly about it. But then when we get to Black Ops 3 and we get Shadows, I mean, I personally am not a super huge fan of Shadows, okay? Again, I am not the majority. I am, however, intelligent enough to understand that, objectively speaking, Shadows of Evil is an amazing map that innovated in ways that we hadn't actually experienced before in Zombies, because this is around the time that Zombies is getting a legitimate storyline. I know that it has a storyline in Black Ops and in Black Ops 2. I know that it does, but it seems more so still along the lines of kind of like a subplot, like a side thing. Black Ops 3 is around the time where the end of Black Ops 2, beginning of Black Ops 3 is when the zombies storyline is a legitimate storyline. It's something that you can actually just play outside of the campaign and the multiplayer. Like, you don't have to play anything else. I know people that bought Black Ops 3 only to play the zombies. Never touched the multiplayer, never touched the campaign, which is probably a good thing considering the Black Ops 3 campaign is, it's confusing at best, right? Yeah. And then obviously Black Ops 4 doesn't even have a campaign, so all that to say that, dude, I don't want that. All that to say that Black Ops 3 has a storyline that is really, I mean, it feels like its own game. It does. It feels like its own game. But I think Shadows of Evil is what carried it, right? It's not, yeah, everything comes down to the launch map. When it comes to zombies, everything comes down to the launch map. Now, I think it also comes down to that with the multiplayer too. Like, if your multiplayer setting doesn't have really good launch maps, you're kind of screwed, bud. Like, you're not going to have a player retention that, you know, you want. That sort of like, not exceeds expectations, but, you know, that doesn't even meet expectations. You want that player retention, and all of that really depends on the content that you have and the quality of it at launch. And that's it. That's it. There we go. I suck. That was 16 minutes long. Wow, dude. All right. Okay, so I spent a bunch of time getting all the way back up to where I was. I'm like a round off, but we're going to get there. It doesn't matter. One thing I actually wanted to mention earlier regarding this map is that there are, so I said there are no perks, but the other thing is that there is a lot of really, really cool weapons, and while I was spinning the box earlier, I actually got this. So this actually would have helped last time when I was in a bind. Definitely, yeah, could have used that. Could have used that on the old round niner, all the way down there at the bottom. Yeah, big old drum mag PPSH. The PPSH being arguably one of the best guns in World at War, multiplayer, campaign, and zombies. With its big old drum mag that is actually really bad in real life. Doesn't work very well, which is why the stick mag was used, because of its high rate of fire. Anyways, yeah. So a lot of cool guns in this map. Kind of wish I had gotten it last time. I wonder if I'll get anything else. Cool. Oh, that's actually really cool. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Do I deserve this? I don't think so. Okay, again, I don't think I deserve this either. Springfield. By the way, the Springfield is the worst gun in World at War. It is garbage. It only appears in one World at War Zombies map. Okay, I got the bar again. And it's verrucked. Yeah, it's verrucked. It's on the American side. It sucks. It's actually like the worst gun in the game. Okay. It's funny, guys. It's really funny. This is such a funny joke. Okay, alright. I don't appreciate this anymore. What is that? Oh, yes. Okay. Now this I can get behind. Was that 2 max ammos? Now this I can get behind. The issue with these big guns, especially in like World at War, is that you don't have quick revive, and there's no perks on this map. This is like bare bones as it gets. So yeah, no quick revive. Not that it would do anything if we're playing by World at War rules, but look how slow this reload is. Oh god, oh god. I don't know if I want to keep this. I'm not gonna lie. At least with the MG42, it's got a magazine, and it's not this belt. Oh no. Should I even keep it? I should probably keep it. I'm gonna keep it for... How quickly can I pull it out? Not that quickly. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it for now. I think what this map could use at the very least is mule kick. Yeah. I still think it's so funny what they did with Black Ops 1, where all like mule kick, if you don't know, wasn't on any of the maps at launch. I think it wasn't until like Ascension, maybe, that it got introduced, and then subsequently got added to every single map before that, and then all of the like re-releases of the World at War maps. So then it ended up on Knocked, and it was the funniest thing because like no one had used... There was a 3 weapons glitch that you could do in World at War that was actually pretty cool. It was like a pack-a-punch glitch. You'd throw a weapon in, and then you would go and you'd buy the Car 98 or like the Gewehr off the wall, and then when you went over to pack-a-punch, what you did was you would pull out your Car 98 or whatever, right? And then you would pick up your pack-a-punched gun, and then you would switch weapons at the same time, and it would give you your Pack-a-Punch gun, and it wouldn't trade out your Kar 98. And so then you would have 3 weapons, and you could cycle through them, and then you would just, I mean, you could swap out your Kar 98 with whatever weapon you wanted after that, and then you'd have 3 guns. So that was really cool. But that was kind of a niche thing. Like, not everybody knows about the secret stuff. Well, they're not really Easter eggs, but like the glitches and stuff that you can do, especially on World at War. World at War had kind of a lot of them. Not everybody knew that. Like, most people were casual players. I know that at the time when World at War was out, I had no idea about it. It was only until after, I think, like Black Ops came out that I kind of went back, and a lot of videos were resurfacing about the World at War glitches and stuff. You just have to remember, zombies was really, really big back in the day, and everybody was doing all sorts of stuff. So it was pretty crazy back then. But Mule Kick was sort of like not the idea that everybody had in the beginning. And so when Noct re-released on Black Ops, and the only perk that was there was Mule Kick, oh my god, people were so mad. People were so mad. It was really, it's funny in hindsight, but like when it first came out, horrible. It was everybody was so actually upset about that, because nobody, as far as I know, Mule Kick wasn't really that popular. It wasn't. It just wasn't, because nobody really thought. You only had 4 perk slots, and the 4 perks that people would usually run were the 4 main ones that were on Kino. Were there 4 on Kino? Was Stamina Up on Kino? Stamina Up was not on. Yes, it was. It was in the alleyway. There was that double tap. That's double tap. Was Stamina Up on Kino? Dude, I can't even remember. I think, actually, no, it wasn't. Because I think the 4 perks on Kino are Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Jug, and double tap. And then obviously Mule Kick got added in after that. But like when you had the 4 perks, even if you had teammates, like it just, I'm not taking that. It just wasn't necessary to have Mule Kick. It was more necessary if you're playing not solo, like if you're playing online or with buddies or something, because then, you know, realistically, only one of you needs to have Quick Revive. Not everybody needs to have it, because it doesn't do anything if you have teammates. But if you're playing World at War, it doesn't do anything anyways, so you don't get the solo ability on World at War, which actually is funny considering it's on every map. But also, the point that they had with zombies was that you're supposed to play with friends anyways. So, you know, if you're a loner, you can just say that. I'm a loner. I have to say it. I don't play with people. I don't like playing with people. I'm not going to lie. I don't like playing with people because I used to really want to play a specific way. And most people wanted to play their way, and I didn't like that, so I didn't want to do it. I'm not taking that either. Come on, man. Give me a wonder weapon. Okay, I kind of want to see if I can get a crawler. Are you the last one? I love the grenade sounds. Okay, I keep getting like random power-ups. Where did he come from? I don't know if there's like invisible zombies or something that are dying. But that's like the 2nd or 3rd time that I've thrown a grenade and just gotten a random power-up. So I don't know what's going on there. But it's like always in that spot too. It's like right there. Okay, this is a regular PPSH. Oh, I got a max ammo. I don't know why I'm spinning the box. If I don't get something that's better than this, because I like this, I want to like look at it all the time. If I don't get like a ray gun or something, come on, man, come on. Oh, I saw the thunder gun in there. All right, buddy. I have the worst luck with the mystery box, I swear. I can never get anything off the rip, like ever. I'm sure I have videos of me getting stuff off the rip. Don't pay attention to those. Just listen to what I'm telling you right now. I don't get anything off the rip. I'm abused by the box. It hates me. It makes me want to do the old school, like, shoot the box a bunch of times, spin around, do a jump, dolphin dive, and then see if you can get the ray gun. That's what I really miss about, like, the older Call of Duties, when Zombies was kind of like, I mean, it was not kind of, it was still new. So there was a bunch of, the only information that you could really get on zombies besides like what you got from the official Treyarch Zombies websites and stuff that was going on was just stupid stuff on YouTube where you're like a freaking 10-year-old kid and you don't understand how editing works. So you see a very obvious jump cut from the spinning and turning and stuff to that, like, the ray gun showing up in the box. But at the time, it's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I thought that was actually legit, like shooting the. Let's see if this mystery box even has the holes in it, because they all have like bullet holes on them. Does it? Does it have them? It does. Okay, so like you shoot all of the bullet holes in the mystery box and spin around 3 times and jump, and then you'll get it's like the secret code to getting the ray gun. I miss that kind of stuff. And now it's like, you know, you get the Ray K. Ooh, okay, all right, cool. You get the Ray K, or like there's buildable wonder weapons. Black Ops 2 kind of like screwed that for us, right? Because you could have the Ray Gun Mark II, but you know, as goated as the Ray Gun Mark II is, honestly, the stabs are way better. Like on Origins, way better. Would you rather have the Ray Gun Mark II or infinite damage? Like that's kind of where you're going with that, because I think the Wind Staff is the one that has the least amount of ammo, but it has like infinite damage actually. So yeah, it's just, like not even if you could pack a punch the stabs, there would have been no point of having the ray gun at all. Like at that point, the only reason to have the ray gun is because it's cool. And it's like, that's it. That's the only reason. Alright. Okay, that's actually gonna help. Come on! Now I'm looking for the ray gun, or the thunder gun. I saw the thunder gun. Give me the ray gun. Okay, MP40. No, I can get that off the wall. It's more expensive off the wall, but I still don't want it. Ooh, give me that. Is there anything else? Okay, I really need to like board up some of these windows. I really like the grenade sound of that. It is it's not the World at War sound for the grenades. I don't even think it's a Call of Duty sound. What it really sounds like is, if you guys have ever played the really old World War II game series called Brothers in Arms, that's what the grenade sounds like. If you don't know, look it up. Go look it up on YouTube. Just look up the grenade sound for that series of games. It sounds exactly like that. It's really just sort of like an old styled grenade explosion sound effects. Oh! It's exactly what it sounds like. Okay, that is huge. I really like that. Ah! Don't touch me! Okay. That was close. I am not very good at this game. Apparently. Okay. Just broke my reload there. Cool. Ah! Alright, buddy. Chill out. I thought that might have been the last one. These guys are like really slow getting up here. That is definitely the last one, right? No? More? 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 I think the spawns are better. I think it's like a really small map, but I think it's doing what the Black Ops 3 engine does with spawning, where it's like it'll spawn them on whatever side of the map you're on, instead of like Verrucht, which is, I don't even want to talk about Verrucht. Verrucht is such a good, horrible map to play. Like, everything about Verrucht is somehow broken and then not at the same time. But I feel like every one of the World at War maps has something wrong with it, except for Nacht. Nacht doesn't have anything wrong with it. Okay, Nacht is beautiful. It's perfect. So, because like Verrucht has what? Like Verrucht is just not that great. But Verrucht has the messed up zombie spawns. that they didn't fix in the Black Ops 1 version either. I don't think. And then I don't think that it has the 24 zombies cap. I could be totally talking out of my ass right there. I'm not entirely sure, to be completely honest with you. It might not. It might actually. Now that I think about it. But Shino Numa has the 24 max zombie cap for all rounds. So you can cheese it pretty good if you just get the Wonder Waff and then train outside of the Flogger area. Yeah, and then there's plenty of places to get out of the map on Shino Numa. There's way more places on Shino Numa than there is, I think, on any of the other maps. So Shino Numa is pretty busted for that reason. But the spawns are pretty consistent. I think they spawn on whatever side of the map that you're on. So you don't have to go hunting for them like you do on Verrückt. Noct doesn't really have any, like, issues with it. As far as I remember, it's just, like, really stupid hard to play. Like, you can really... I think the highest round that I got on Noct on solo is, like, round 11. Round 11 is when SHF, you know what I mean? It's not fun. Just because it's so bare bones. Speaking of, I'm on run 15 right now, so let's hope that I can get past it. You know, I'm a little older now, so... Alright, dude. I'm just trying to think of anything else that Verrückt has wrong with it, or any of the other ones, really. I know there's a big one. There's a big one that, you know, if you know anything about World at War zombies and the stuff that's wrong with it, you're probably screaming at the screen right now. So let's just go ahead and say it. The Wonder Waff is broken on Derice. It's broken. You probably heard so many people scream that at you about the Wonder Waff on Derice. Crazy Rabbit talks about it. Tim Hansen talks about it. Every single time they do one of their challenge videos, they talk about it, right? Everybody talks about it. If you're a zombies community guy or gal, I don't discriminate, you know. What the hell? You'll know the Wonder Waff is broken on Derice. Only Derice. Derice specifically. It's only broken on that game. And if, for those of you who are out of the loop somehow, maybe you're part of the younger generation and have never actually played World at War Zombies, the Wonder Waff on Derice specifically, if you don't know, if you shoot yourself with it, shock yourself in any way, shape, or form, you don't necessarily lose Jug. The icon will still be there, and you don't technically lose Jug. What actually happens is you lose the ability to regenerate health until you go down. Oh, yes. Dude, this actually has more ammo than the PPSH. That's actually kind of crazy. So technically, yes, you lose your Jug. But after you shock yourself, because Jug gives you 1 extra hit, I think, in World at War. So instead of being 2 hit, you're 3 hit. After you shock yourself, you are effectively a permanent 2 hit until you go down. And then even then, I don't think that it goes away until the game ends. I think it's a game-ending glitch. So you can rebuy Jug all you want, still doesn't matter. Your screen will not stay red. Like, all of that stuff works just fine. All of the graphics and everything work fine. You just like legitimately lose the ability to regenerate. So there's just nothing you can do about it. So that's some of the stuff that's like, when you play World at War, it's not fun. When people are like, why do you want to play World at War? It's so glitchy. That's what they're talking about. Right? Nobody is complaining that Shino Numa has a 24 zombies cap. Nobody is complaining about that. That is like the best way to get to a round 100 on Shino Numa. So nobody cares. Okay. Nobody cares about that. I got it. Nobody cares about the fact that you can get out of the map a bunch on Verrückt and Shino Numa, and even a little bit on Nocturne Toten. I don't think you can get out a whole lot. in some places. I think there's only like one place, and it's pretty hard to do. For all, like, you know, for what it's worth, Noct might be the craziest map in the game, as far as like how difficult it is. But it definitely is the most sound. It's the one that has the least amount of stuff in it, and for that reason, I think is why it's not easy to break. Now that I think about it, I think Noct does have the 24 round. I think they all do. No, Darius doesn't, right? Darius doesn't have a 24 cap. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this up later. I don't actually know. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played World at War. I don't even have World at War on my PC. I didn't buy it. It's still, I bet it's still like $30-something or something like that. Just crazy. It's crazy. As broken as World at War is, it's crazy that it's still that expensive. It's because Activision doesn't want to let go of the past. They're like, oh, no Treyarch, no Sledgehammer. You can't not sell it for market price when it was released. You have to actually you have to actually keep that happening. You can't sell it for a dumbed down price anymore. Nope, can't do that. Our games are never dated, even though World at War is arguably just the hardest in the series to play. Like, I would consider World at War to be even more difficult to play than Modern Warfare 3. Just like, I'm just gonna have to say it. Like, it is so difficult. And it's not even because, like, the progression is hard. It's strictly because it's a broken game. Like, it's just not well optimized. For the time, it was okay, right? It was okay for the time. I'm not, like, trying to hate on it or anything, but I'm just saying, like, it's just not that. It's one of those games where it's very clearly dated, right? It's very clearly dated. If you hopped on it right now, you would notice. Like, I feel like you would do that with all of them. You know, I don't think that I would hop on Modern Warfare 3 and be like, whoa, dude, the graphics on this game are insane, dude. They're so crazy. I probably would do that on Halo 3, though. Not gonna lie. Halo 3 is somehow standing the test of time. Halo 3 ODST is built on the same engine, and it, too, is, like, standing the test of time. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know what Bungie was on when they developed that in that engine for that game, but it is still going strong for sure. You can hop on Master Chief Collection, which I think has a little bit done to it. Maybe. I don't know. I have the original copy too, so I can just hop on there, run it on the original Xbox, and it would still look great. But I think the Master Chief Collection version might have been doctored a little bit, but not a lot is the thing. But yeah, I mean, the game is just not. The zombies are sticky, and the Hellhounds are terrifying. First of all, like, the Hellhounds in World at War are not. Why does it take so long to shoot that? Are not to be trifled with, right? They are terrifying. Scariest boss zombie, I think, to date, realistically, because, you know, Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, like, they have boss zombies and stuff, but they just aren't, like, the Thrashers, you know, like, the Cold War mimics, I think they still have the mimics in Black Ops 6, too. The Cold War mimics, you know, the Margwas from Black Ops 3, they're just not. There's just something about them that doesn't capture the fear that you had on dog rounds in World at War. Even like Black Ops. Okay. Even Black Ops was kind of, you know, it was better. But I mean, like round 5, you were terrified of round 4, round 5, round 6. Not round 4, I think. So like round 5, round 6, whenever they would come. Oh my god. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. All right, dude. Absolutely terrifying. Just not even. Oh, I can reload this. Oh, hey there, bud. Why he swiped me? Why didn't I get hit? That was weird. Is it a spot where I don't have to be? That's actually really cool. I can reload the thunder gun. If you didn't know, you can't actually do that in Black Ops when it first got released. You can't actually reload the thunder gun. You have to have it completely empty out, and then it'll do it automatically. But you can't reload it. I'm trying to read whatever that Russian is on the side. Oster. I don't know what that means. It's got to mean something. I'm not fluent, okay? I don't know what it says. I just know what the letters sound like. Okay, give me something. Give me something. I kind of wish you could aim with this. Not that it like matters because it's a thunder gun, but I do wish you could aim a little bit with it. There's also nothing written in this book, so that's cool. That's a 935 pamphlet. I like this map. I like this map a lot. It's really, really bare bones. We're gonna try to get to round 20 here, and then all right. I'm not. What just happened? What just happened? Why did that happen? I don't know what's going on. Oh, I love the Garand. Okay, give me the points. Do it. Can I do that again? Okay, now I'm just gonna start knifing everything. I love the Garand, actually. I kind of wish I would have taken that, just for some. All right, let's have some fun with some of these guns in here. I kind of want to look at all of them. Okay. All right. So now that it's one round before we end, you're gonna give me the ray gun Mark II. All right, buddy. All right, thanks, man. Okay, we're going to round 25 now. Since you want to be like that, we're going to round 25. Or at least we're gonna try. We're gonna try to go to round 25 because I got the ray gun Mark II. Oh. All right. I say that and it's like I'm about to die. About to die already. All right, man. Every time I switch weapons, I keep getting the like low ammo thing on there. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. So, you know, for what it's worth, this map specifically feels a lot like World at War. I don't know. It's not running on like World at War at all. So I'm not entirely sure what is going on here, but the zombies are. It's not just the sounds. It's not just the sounds. It's like the entire feel of the game itself. Like this feels like it could absolutely be a World at War map, like 100%. I'm not even joking. This feels like it could be a World at War map with the way that like my character is moving. I feel a lot slower. Like my movement speed is way slow. I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just how it feels. All right, how it feels. I'm not a scientist. I mean, I am a scientist. I'm not that kind of scientist. I'm not a game scientist. All right, I'm a brain scientist. Okay, I don't know anything about making games. I can tell though that something is definitely not. It does not feel like Black Ops 3. That's what this game is on. So this map, but it does not feel like Black Ops 3 at all. It definitely feels like the World at War engine, whatever it is. My favorite thing about the Mark II here is that it is a 3-round burst, but you can 100% just spam it and make it automatic. So super, super cool. You know what this map needs? This map needs that like that ray gun Spaz 12 shotgun model that some of those other custom maps have. That's what this map needs. Sure. I think more maps honestly need that thing. It's such a cool, like, innovative thing to do. I feel like And I wish map makers would like make their own wonder weapons a lot more. I'm not to like hate on this map or anything, because it's actually like such an awesome map. It's a beautiful map. The coloring and everything is so well done. All right, we're kind of screwed here. You gotta give me a better gun, man. All right, Thompson, it is. I gotta get out of this hole. Yeah, honestly, like coloring, all of the color grading, everything about this map is just, it looks so good. And it really does feel like a World at War map. It really does. I don't even know. I don't know what all has been done in the settings or anything, but it feels so good. Ah! Don't touch me. I don't think they're gonna die from that explosion. All right, MP40. Let's see. Not bad. Not great. Okay, I need that. 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 Okay. I might be screwed. Give me that. Oh, no! Okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Got an insta-kill. Cool. We're chilling. I don't want the 1911! I'm gonna throw another one of these so I can reload my thunder gun. Okay, bud. Just gonna... Yeah, see, now that is World at War to the max right there. Alright, it won't spin the box. It won't spin the box! This is not a good room to be in, but I think I might get screwed if I go upstairs. Oh, no! Okay. Alright. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is TheAllNightFall. Whatever. You can go ahead and check it out on Steam. Author and the map are both going to be in the description below, so you can go ahead and go check those out. But without further ado, that is going to be all. Quick thing before you get blasted in the face with my outro music. Go ahead and give that video a like and subscribe, because it really helps me out a lot. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.